Have you ever met someone's gaze and for a moment, everything stopped? The noise of the world faded away. Time stopped running, and all you could feel was an invisible force, like gravity between two souls. It wasn't just attraction. It wasn't just destiny. It was something older, deeper, truer. Carl Jung called this synchronicity, those coincidences that defy logic but speak to the soul. Moments when your inner world intertwines with the outer world, creating a perfect alignment. And in that alignment, something shifts, something opens up, something reveals itself. Before you begin, pause for a moment. If you are here, you are probably looking for something deeper. This space is dedicated to those who want to overcome internal blocks, find themselves, and awaken their true essence. Subscribe to the channel to access content designed specifically to accompany you on this journey of transformation. And if you want to go even deeper, you will find in the description the ebooks to work on yourself and our official merch with symbols that inspire change. You can also leave a super thank you if you feel that this video has given you value. Every gesture is a way to nourish this space and make it grow. Thank you so much, and have a good trip. The most important moments never come with noise. They don't scream. They don't announce themselves. They don't make a scene. They come in silence, like a fine rain on a glass at night, like a whisper when everyone is asleep. And when the universe wants to introduce you to someone, it doesn't do it with fanfare. It does it with delicacy. You won't feel fireworks. You will feel calm. You will feel peace. You will feel a strange, deep familiarity, as if that person wasn't new, but expected. You think of someone, and they text you. You feel lost, and you hear a song that seems to be about you. You go to a place you've never been, and you meet them there. These are not coincidences. They are answers. Carl Jung defined synchronicity as a meaningful coincidence that cannot be explained by chance. A connection between external events and internal states that forces you to pay attention. You don't look for the signs. The signs look for you. And when it happens, you understand. Sometimes we don't fall in love with the other person, but with ourselves when we are with the other person. Of that part that awakens. Of that light that we thought was off. Of that courage that we thought we didn't have. Jung called it projection. We attribute to the other what is already inside us. The beautiful, the ugly, the forgotten, the repressed. We see in them what we are looking for, but most of all, we see what we have to face. And in that mirror, we begin to recognize ourselves. Nobody says it, but it's fundamental. Authentic connections often hurt. Not because they're wrong, but because they force you to look at yourself, to see where you bleed, to feel what you've avoided for years. They show you your vulnerability, your fear of being abandoned, the need you've always hidden. And right there, in that pain, healing begins. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making darkness conscious. Carl Jung. We all have a hidden part, a fragile, scared, forgotten part. That part that pretends to be strong, but in reality fears abandonment more than anything else. It is what Jung called the shadow, and often we spend our entire lives avoiding it, until someone comes along who, simply by being himself, reawakens it. Not to hurt us, but to free us. You're not going crazy. You're healing. Some souls come into your life just to awaken you, not to stay, and as much as this hurts, it is sacred. Not all encounters are eternal, but some are necessary. To change your pace, to make you look inside, to remind you who you are. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is a reaction, both are transformed. Carl Jung. The universe does not respond to your loneliness. It responds to your inner state. When you are still hurt, You attract those who reflect that hurt. When you look for someone to fill a void, you find mirrors, not souls. But when you stop looking, when you learn to be with yourself, when you stop asking, when will someone come, and start asking, who do I want to become? Then something changes. It won't be spectacular. It will be subtle, but it will be true. There are encounters that have no rational explanations, only vibrations, only memory of the soul. Maybe that person won't stay, but he pushed you towards yourself. Maybe it wasn't your destiny, but it was your signal. And if you're thinking of someone now, someone who left a deep mark, someone who changed everything even without staying, so maybe it was never an accident. Maybe it was the answer to a question you didn't know you were asking. If you have had an encounter that has shaken you, that has changed you, that has opened wounds but also possibilities, write it in the comments. Your words could be the confirmation that someone else is looking for. And if this message spoke to you too, like, subscribe. And take a look at the ebooks you find in the description. They are tools for growth, healing, and awareness, designed for those who are ready to transform pain into truth. See you on the next journey. Until then, listen to the whispers of the universe. They don't speak to you by chance.